Hi and welcome guys to another episode or a new video. It's full on the workshop as usual, but today it's Saturday, it's a new day. We're actually gonna attack the rear bumper. Sorry for all the noises. So this is the status of the car right now. As you've seen before, the quarter panel is actually finished off. I have a little bit of a problem with this rear bumper. Yes, it's iconic for a G37, but it's just blank. I want to do something cool, but not too much. We have some special things that we're gonna do. First of all, we're gonna put down this section lower to the ground because of the side skirts are actually put onto the ground. So should the back bumper. Then we're gonna move the plate holder. We're actually gonna integrate in the middle of the bumper. Then a good friend of ours actually sponsored us with a diffuser from his Mercedes. We're gonna add this to the back bumper. And after that, I actually got some cool stuff that we're gonna integrate into the bumper to actually make it, I don't know, a little bit more special and not so plain as it is today. So we're gonna begin cutting up the back bumper and hopefully it's gonna look as good as I hope for. So guys, I actually just did some simple marks on the back bumper, so I actually know what I'm gonna do. So we're actually gonna cut out the license plate holder like that, and then I really need to know where the center of the bumper is. We're gonna move the holder from that position up into the middle. We're gonna plastic weld that, and hopefully that's gonna
Oh yeah! Fan vad dammigt det var.
Crazy bitch. Dusty? Yeah, so we're gonna move the license plate holder up in the center, and yeah, hopefully that's gonna look nice. Otherwise, I'm kind of fucked. So let's cut. So there you go guys, all or nothing I guess. This is actually how it looks from the behind. That's the, I guess, the holder for the lamps, and this is the holder for the license plate. So what we're actually gonna do is trace it to the back bumper, make it sit, hopefully something like this, and then plastic weld it into the bumper. So guys, as you saw in the time lapse, we're actually just mounted up the license plate holder and we just screwed it in with 2 screws. We're actually gonna set up everything I want to do with the back bumper first and just see how it looks. So the next step is actually fitting the diffuser to the back bumper. And just a huge tip, always cut too little in the beginning. I want to actually mount it over the part that you want to combine it with, and then you actually cut both of them so you get a perfect line to weld in. Now Jimmy's got the fancy tools, so we're actually going to try to get every single window out without crashing it, because in Sweden it's going to probably be pain in the you know what to actually get the glass. So toy, hopefully he's the magician also with the windows. Well, he's got these special tools. Hopefully this works. Guys, it's actually coming along and it's getting there bit by bit, but we're like testing and trying and not to cut out too much. And now Jimmy is looking at me. Look at that funny boy, huh? Look at that funny boy. He makes this workshop smile. What I've done is a lot of plastic welding, and I didn't want to bore you with that content because that's not fun. So this is actually the license plate holder, and I'm gonna cut this line now so both of these get flush, and then I'm actually gonna plastic weld the whole thing. I've only done those two short pieces, and I actually plastic welded the whole section here. And yeah, then it's actually over to resin and fiberglass to get the diffuser on point. I'm really happy with the transformation of the license plate holder. So this is how it looks right now. And for you guys who actually can picture it, it's gonna be looking awesome with some paint on there. But this is actually the results, how it looks right now. And yes, looks terrible, but it's gonna look perfect afterwards. And no, it's not gonna be a big hole here. We're gonna fix that soon. Thinking of actually mounting magnets on there so I don't have any holes or anything in there. But over to another thing that I'm gonna do to actually lift this back bumper. Before I actually mounted the diffuser on the back bumper, I actually made an outline how the ends of the diffuser actually looked. So I made a template, and that template I'm gonna transform over here. And yes, I like my measurements, but this is something that we're actually gonna do. We're actually gonna cut a line right here, and then we're actually gonna sink it in. I'm gonna plastic weld it, and then we're gonna put some Bondo in so it's nice and smooth. I know that's really hard to figure out right now, but trust me, I think I know what I'm doing. So me and Robin are actually tired right now. The clock is right now 1 o'clock in the night. And we usually say that 3 at night is the time to go home. So we have to fire it on with 2 more hours. And I think I'm gonna be ready with the back bumper for fiberglass. And then tomorrow morning, I'm gonna keep on, because the back bumper has to be finished tomorrow, because in a couple of days, this is gonna be up in the air, and we're actually gonna prep it for paint underneath. I'm looking forward to finally get some paint on this car. And actually, Jimmy, before he left, he actually helped me with taking out the windows from the car. So as you can see here, the back window is out, the side windows are out. And tragically, we actually began to take the front window out, and I got a small itty bitty crack, and I actually have to see if I actually can get a front window in Sweden. I really don't know. I hope this front window is like a OEM standard Nissan front glass. So hopefully, otherwise I have to leave it into the car for now. Hopefully the front glass is not that expensive. This build is getting expensive. But for actually cutting in the back bumper and showing you what I actually mean with these strange lines. I can see it in my head. You have to wait, I guess. This is actually how I imagine it. So this is gonna be the new feature. It's very discreet. It looks quite much now, but when you get filler in here in the crevices and you add primer and then the color, it's gonna be less with all the material you have to apply. So again, I'm gonna plastic weld again, and you're not gonna, I don't think you want to see it. I'm gonna put in a little short B-roll for you so you can actually just see it quickly. I'm gonna plastic weld the right side, the left side, and then it's actually off to the next stage, and that's actually fiberglass and resin. So yeah, see you soon. So guys, I'm actually jumping way ahead, but in the time lapse you saw me plastic weld the whole bumper. And what we're actually gonna do, we're finally at the stage when we're gonna add resin and fiberglass to the diffuser, because that's impossible to actually plastic weld because the diffuser is in fiberglass and the bumper is in plastic. So, but I'm actually gonna do something simultaneously to save time, and that is when we're gonna add fiberglass and resin all over this line to add the diffuser to the bumper, and we're actually gonna do the ducktail also. So what I've actually done now, I prepped the wing, so I actually grinded down the hard edge because I want a smooth transition here, so I don't want to build up too much material. So I've been sanding this down quite a lot. And before that, I actually just, autofocus please, before actually I glued it on. So that was yesterday. I'm here today. We grinded the whole way around the ducktail, and now we're actually gonna add the resin and the fiberglass, a thin line all around the ducktail. And why am I doing that? So we're gonna make the transition as easy as possible from the trunk to the ducktail. So we don't want a high edge. Otherwise you have to plane it out, the transition, and I don't like that. So we have to prep. So always make sure to prep more than you actually think to make it smoother later on. So adding fiberglass to the diffuser, adding fiberglass to the ducktail. I can't plastic weld that because the trunk is in metal and the ducktail is in plastic. This is the resin and hardener, and then I actually prepared. I don't want to soak the whole back trunk with resin, so that's going to protect that. And I actually prepared strips in different sizes or widths, so small ones to broad ones. And then of course we're going to add the resin to the diffuser. So it's actually the next day here in the workshop, and we are finished with the fiberglass. So it cured during the night, and as you saw in the time lapse, this is quite how it looks right now. This is actually how it looks after me sanding it down. I'm trying to get it as flush as possible. That means less bondo, I guess. So saves time and saves material. But just when you work with fiberglass, be really careful, because you can get air bubbles and you don't want that underneath your bondo. So just for an example, you see it's quite good here all the way down here, and here I actually found an air pocket, so I'm gonna take that away. And in my case, I'm actually just gonna smooth it out with bondo, carbon fiber bondo from Hagmans. But I actually think it's time to remove the last emblem of the Infiniti. And it's time, because we're soon getting to the point that we're actually gonna add filler and primer on this car. So it's time to say goodbye. Ooh, it's really stuck there. There we go. Away with that one. And yeah, we're actually gonna apply bondo now, so as little as possible, but we're gonna want to have it as smooth and straight as possible. And we're gonna do the same thing to the diffuser on the back bumper and take away the unevenness. And this is gonna take me maybe 2 days, 3 days. I only got 8 hours after work. I'm going off work like 5, going home at 1 o'clock in the night, and then being back at work at 6 o'clock. So work. Yes, I don't sleep very much. Wow guys, so it's actually middle of the night. I think it's 4 o'clock in the night or in the morning. So we've been busting our ass off 2 days with sandblasting everything that's underneath the car, and now I actually put some primer on it. I didn't film it because I don't want to damage my real camera, and my GoPro is away by a friend. This is the first booth with all the suspension arms and everything, linkages, everything you can think of, the hub, gearbox holders. So guys, we have a lot in the paint booth, and I actually have something in here that I actually can't show you, but we're in the paint booth and we have all the details. That's the back of the car, the linkage arms. What? We have the brake shields, front suspension, back suspension. Yeah, you get it. Everything's primed, and I guess tomorrow I'm gonna prep it for paint, and then I'm actually gonna have my actually gonna have my other camera, so I actually can film, and I hope you actually enjoy seeing when I'm painting. I'm gonna actually show you one more thing, and that's actually the back bumper that's in this episode, I guess. And sorry, I'm kind of speaking fast today, but I actually have a question for you. So you've seen the bumper, or the transformation of the rear bumper. So it's looking like this right now. I'm trying to prep it for primer. So diffuser and everything is on, and I'm trying to get these details really nice and smooth with bondo, trying to get everything perfect in the gaps to have a perfect fitment between the two panels. But what I actually wanted to ask you is, in the license plate region, of course it's not going to be a big hole here. We're going to actually plastic weld this, but as you can see here, I actually done some crazy addition to the back bumper. And what do you think, guys? Should we keep it, or should it actually be flush? on both sides. So please comment in the comment section below. Should we keep it? Is it cool, or is it actually destroying the back bumper? Do we have too much features on the back bumper? So from this angle, you can actually see the small lines that are getting out here. And think about it, it's going to be in a whole unit with one color. Of course, the diffuser is going to be carbon fiber, or it's actually going to be black paint. I haven't decided yet. So if I take some steps back, you can actually see how it's transforming to a wide ass in the back. Sorry for swearing and cursing, but wow. As always, please subscribe to the channel. It's only, I guess, 7% of you are actually watching, actually hitting the subscribe button. The rest of you, like 92%, you're actually just watching the channel. But I want to say, as I always say and end off my videos, at 4 o'clock in the night, have a good morning, evening, or good night, wherever you are. Hey all.